The word that came to me when I read this passage is life. Jesus tells us that those who lose their life for me will find it. Growing up from age 5, a civil war started in Lebanon, and it was between Muslim and Christians. People use religion to create hatred, to instill hatred between people. All of us believe in the same God, the one God. We were introduced to Him in different ways. Christians were introduced to God, and God is Jesus. Other religion through David or through Muhammad, but we all believe in the Ten Commandments. We all believe in peace. And none of our religion, the three world religion that says we should be killing each other. However, unfortunately, people take these words and take religion and turned it to something that is ugly, and it's not supposed to be ugly. It's supposed to be beautiful. If we all live our lives the way that Jesus and God have taught us and had told us how to live it, which is be peacemakers, love one another, give to one another, we would not have hunger in the world. We would not have hatred in the world as we do now. My faith have helped me live through a very trying life and a very difficult life. I was fortunate that I had a Christian upbringing that helped me forgive and helped me be the person who I am. Otherwise, with the experiences that I've had, I would have been a bitter person. But to be a true Christian, you need to be a forgiving person. You need to love, you need to care. Take life experiences that bring us closer to God and to Jesus.
How is it that in giving a cup of water to someone, a seemingly insignificant act can result in being offered a reward? You see, I think of the dry, hot land in Palestine. Receiving a cup of cold water, fresh water, would probably have a lot of significance because it wouldn't be readily available. It took a lot of work to get that water. Sometimes digging a hole, if a well wasn't available, they'd have to take a long walk up hills, mountains to find a spring. So cold water, any water really, didn't come easily in Jesus' time. And certainly not as easy as it does for us today. It took a lot of service to get that water. So let's think about that cup of water that Matthew refers to in this passage. If we serve a cup of cold water to someone, we should be giving that cup with substance and with true meanings, true intentions behind it. If we do that, Jesus will remember that service, and we might hopefully be rewarded. The motive and the sacrifice behind our service to others is what Jesus counts on in us, and that is what in turn will grant us true reward. When we give a cup of cold water to others, we will be remembered and rewarded because of the sacrifice and unselfish act of service that is meant to give a cup to others. Jesus gave Himself to us, and like the cup of cold water, we need to give of ourselves to others.
When I reflected on this gospel reading, it made me think of our way of life that's founded in love and mercy. Whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. It made me think that we must love Jesus above all else. He must come first in our lives, over and above everyone, even our family. So really focusing on the fact that, you know what, we all have crosses, and you know what, we all have hardships, and we need to embrace those hardships and know that they just make us stronger and they lead us to true peace. But you know what, are we willing to help those that, you know what, require our support? We talk about our children all the time in school and our families, and we know that our children are coming to us, you know what, with difficulties, with challenges, and you know what, it's up to us to support them, to help them carry their cross, but as well as each other. I think about our teams that, you know what, we work alongside of, and I think that the whole thing came back to love. I guess it's all about looking at one another and, you know what, really supporting each other. But at the end of the day, do we have what it takes to follow Jesus? Can we put Him above everybody else? Is our love strong enough to follow Him?
And I can't help but be so grateful and appreciative of the team that you'll hear from today, and that's Rima and Jody and Carrie, as they talk about peacemaking and service and rewards. So I think about that in Catholic education, and at Superior North Catholic, we look at the Catholic graduate expectations and we try to follow those. But what do we do as a team to help collaboratively do that? And we go to a mission statement, and a mission statement's just a mission statement, and passages is passages unless you take it to heart. I think about when it talks about welcoming, inquiry. So when we meet people, do we ask them powerful questions like, how are you today? How are you feeling? What's new in your world? Or when we look at illumination, are we bringing out the best in people all the time? Are we? And then I think inclusion. Are we inclusive? Are we equitable? So every day when those students walk into our schools and our families, are they at the best place they are for the 6 hours that we work and learn with them? Inspiration. Do we awaken that spirit? We rely on not only our own teachings in Catholic education, but we rely on Matthew and the Gospel. And then I think of integrity. And are we integrity? Do we show that with other people? I guess my takeaway is, how welcoming can I be to anyone I meet today and tomorrow? And how do we embrace that with our students that we entrusted to our care? That's Catholic education.